In her veins flowed incessantly the blue blood, combining the heritage of two majestic empires, Russian and British. Maria, born from the love of a great Russian Grand Duchess and an English prince, could have become one of the greatest rulers of the world. Queen Maria of Romania came into the world as Princess of Edinburgh. Her mother was the only daughter of Emperor Alexander II, Grand Duchess Maria Alexandrovna, the sole sister of Emperor Alexander III. Her father, Prince Alfred, Duke of Edinburgh, hereditary Prince of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, was the second son of Queen Victoria and the brother of King Edward VII. Several high-ranking bachelors revolved around Missy, as she was called at home. Winston Churchill, Grand Duke George Mikhailovich, and the future King of Great Britain, George V. The latter even proposed to her. This potential union was supported by the autocratic grandmother of the princess, Queen Victoria herself. However, the girl's mother harbored antipathy towards everything British and therefore took all possible measures to widen the gap between them. Later, Missy was engaged to the heir to the throne of Romania, Ferdinand. But this marriage did not bring her happiness. As for the public activities of Queen Maria of Romania, her subjects regarded her with special admiration and respect. Maria actively engaged in charitable work, providing assistance in hospitals during the First World War. She loved Romania with all her heart and remained loyal to her country until the end of her days. But let's move on to a more pleasant topic. Maria of Romania had exquisite taste. She skillfully chose jewellery and dresses, creating a unique image each time. When in 1893 the British princess married the heir to the throne of Romania, Ferdinand, she received many jewels as gifts. However, the most precious to her remained the gift from her mother, Grand Duchess Maria Alexandrovna, Duchess of Edinburgh, a luxurious diamond tiara designed in the form of intertwined loops. In her writings she noted, "Mum gave me an amazing dowry, a true royal dowry. There were also many wedding gifts, some exquisite, some beautiful, some modest and touching. But all of them were fascinating. I was a true fashionista and adored dresses, furs and jewellery. Several times a day I would try on new dresses. I rejoiced in them like a child, and Mum was extremely generous, showering me with them abundantly." The origin of the diamond tiara in the form of loops proved difficult to establish. However, we know some details about this adornment. Firstly, its design closely resembles the Vladimir tiara. There is also a resemblance to the Russian pearl bandeau of Princess Marina, Duchess of Kent. Although the facts are indirect, they suggest that this item could have been created by Russian jewelers in the late 19th century. Crown Princess Maria adorned herself with this luxurious gift from her mother at the wedding of the Grand Duke of Hesse with her sister, Princess Victoria Melita of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha in 1894. At the wedding of Prince Ernst of Hohenlohe-Langenburg and her sister, Princess Alexandra, in 1896, our heroine again adorned herself with the diamonds of the Russian tiara. During the first 2 decades of Maria's marriage, this loop-shaped adornment became her favorite. But there was another unusual and fascinating tiara, a diadem made of pure gold. It was created between 1910 and 1920. Pay attention to its shape, which precisely replicates the traditional Russian kokoshnik. This model was undoubtedly popular in Europe at the time, but for Maria, it held special significance. The diadem is adorned with floral ornamentation, devoid of diamonds and other precious stones. Delicate curls and leaves on black enamel give it a special refinement. In the center of the diadem is a large cross. Its simplicity, devoid of excess, perfectly reflects the life of the queen in the Romanian palace. Maria's extensive collection was inherited by her children. Her daughter Maria inherited the golden diadem, marrying King Alexander III of Yugoslavia and taking her treasures to her new home. The next owner of the diadem was the youngest son of the monarchs, Andrei, and then their grandson, Karl Vladimir. The adornment is occasionally displayed by members of the royal family, while the rest of the time it resides in the Oplenac Museum. "It's a true masterpiece, created by French craftsmen," thought the young woman, with a special excitement as she tried on this unusual gem. Made of blackened steel, the open-work tiara from Cartier sparkled with all its facets, as if a symbol of a new era. In difficult times, when power, aggression, steel weapons, and the thirst for power prevailed in the world, drops of white diamonds mysteriously sparkled against the backdrop of platinum. The exquisite combination of purple rubies gave the tiara a solemn, slightly pompous look. During the First World War, when the terrible years were behind, the steel tiara might have seemed grim. Rubies, like bloody drops, reminded of human sacrifices. The fate of Queen Maria was also far from easy. Queen Maria also had a crown made in Paris, according to the sketch of a Romanian artist. Standing at 18 centimeters tall, it weighed almost 2 kilograms, 1854 grams. The crown was made of Transylvanian gold, which also had its symbolic meaning. Adorned with intertwining stems, leaves, and flowers, the crown is topped with a swastika, a symbol of the sun. Heraldic symbols of the Duchy of Edinburgh, the Duchy of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, as well as the Kingdom of Romania, are included in the crown's decor. According to the Queen's wishes, the crown is stylized after the Byzantine Middle Ages, with the prototype being the crown of the Byzantine despotess Militsa of Wallachia, a national heroine of Romania. In Queen Maria of Romania's crown, there are no diamonds or other most precious stones. Instead, turquoise, amethysts, opals, chalcedony, chrysoprases, garnets, and tourmalines are used, all of which were chosen by the Queen herself. This choice of stones looks modest compared to her other jewels. Obviously, Transylvanian gold was supposed to dominate and symbolize the complete reunification and freedom of Romania. Grateful subjects paid for the crown from state funds. The crown was placed on Maria's head by her husband, Ferdinand I. On this occasion, she sarcastically remarked, "This was the only time I knelt before my husband." By the Queen's will, all the Queen's jewels passed to her children. In 1949, the monarchy in Romania was abolished and the heirs began to sell the family treasures. Many valuables were lost. Currently, Queen Maria of Romania's crown is housed in the National Museum of Romanian History. However, according to some sources, it may be just a copy, and the location of the original remains unknown. But undoubtedly, the Queen's greatest treasure is the huge sapphire, the size of a chicken egg, which lay on a velvet cushion. Cartier jewelers created a worthy setting for it, a long diamond chain with square links. This fashionable accessory was a worthy choice for the Queen. Romanian King Ferdinand I acquired the necklace with this magnificent stone for his wife's coronation. Queen Maria of Romania's sapphire is an impressive gem both in size and appearance. The weight of this sapphire is an incredible 478.68 carats, making it one of the largest cut blue sapphires in existence. Its royal blue color is the most desirable shade among sapphires. Due to the absence of inclusions, the stone possesses exceptional clarity. Each piece of jewelry associated with the history and destiny of Queen Maria of Romania has its unique charm and mystery. However, if one were to choose, undoubtedly, the sapphire stands out among all. Its history of movements and vicissitudes, starting from belonging to Queen Maria, continuing through her relatives, and finally to its acquisition by a private collector, creates an impressive story of times and people. The sapphire, with its royal blue hue, majestic size, and flawless clarity, becomes not only an object of luxury, but also a symbol of strength and uniqueness. Its journey through time and countries makes it truly majestic and unforgettable jewelry.